Hello, anyone, everyone, and no one. My name is SlackLizard, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And previously on Truly Bedrock, we were working on this Guardian farm over here, and I absolutely love this thing. I love this thing, and I want to expand upon and continue to work on it today here. So I think first things first today is we need to, I was going to say run back to base and grab a few things to get things going so that we could beautify the area a little bit, but I think the answer to that is going to be a big negative. I think what we should do first is actually get all four of these modules in. I would like to continue these other two modules over here and connect up a minecart system in the middle here to bounce us back and forth. Did a little bit of rate testing on this thing, and just with two modules alone, it's about 30 levels in 4 minutes, and it's about 10,000 drops an hour. Now, with all four modules before, we got about 14,000 drops an hour, and it was 30 levels in 3 minutes. So I'm curious by bringing them up versus doing them underneath of the water, if the rates will be somewhat the same. So first things first, let's knock these out. Let's knock these out here. Let's get the Trident killers in here, and let's see how this all goes. You know, this farm might be a little bit on the loud side. Just a tiny bit on the loud side, but is insanely overpowered. For just 4 modules, look at this. We walk over here, we collect experience. We walk over here, we collect experience. Here, we collect experience. And here, we collect experience. Now, of course, you may have a keen eye and notice that there is a difference in these two. These two here are the newest modules which we built in, and they have a gap. This one over here and that one did not. And that's because I come to a realization that when I made this one, I put the piston and observer all the way back up next to the bubble column. I did the same on this one, but not this one. And I wonder if that's another contributing factor, because this one right here, we always get a guy that likes to hang up right there. We always get one guy that likes to hang up right there. Not really. I swear there's something weird with Guardians. There's something weird with Guardians. As they come up, they just don't want to go all the way over. So we still need to rip this one back out. Not exactly sure how we're going to temporarily block the spawns to do this. I know how we can do it. We can go down there and switch out the soul sand for just any other block at the moment. As a matter of fact, let's sleep the night away. Let's knock this one out of the equation, per se. At least where we're not getting any more coming up the bubble column. Look, are you going to be mad at me? All of y'all are like always mad at me because there's some little cub always around here. And you all want to play mama. Right. So if we come in here and we just grab this, knock this out temporarily, and that, boom, boom, that should stop everything from going up sky high. He burned up before he could get to me. And now, if we clean up our inventory, man, my inventory is a complete disaster over here. We'll save the soul sand. We'll bump all this into the box. I don't think I'm going to need none of this. Wow. Already full of junk. Can we grab another one? Let's put you here. What was 1 has now turned into 2. What was 1 has now turned into 2. Look, we'll get all that in there. Let's hang on to some lights. And let's hang on to some glass. And let's hang on to some wool. Did we have any prismarine bricks? Negative. We'll grab the slabs. And let's get that Trident killer moved over so that we have a gap between the two. Because I has an idea. Well, you done seen the idea. You seen the rail system earlier. Now we're just gonna, improve upon it. And I think that will just about do it. I think we've got that completely moved over. Oh, we need to grab. I don't need the corner blocks here, and we need to make these into slabs so we can collect out the experience. And just to keep everything uniformed, let's make those slabs as well. Now, let's grab our soul sand. Let's dip all the way back down here to the bottom. And there's the wandering lead guy. Knock this out. Knock that out. Put that back in place. Fill that gap back in. And we should be good to go with this one. It should be working again. Let's go up here and just verify. Can we get, oh, you're not running. Do I got blocks? Nothing to fix that yet. Right, turn you on. Good. Your friends are coming in. Good. Straight in. Good. Good. Now, for one of the silly derpy things that I wanted to do with this whole thing. Let's grab up. Let's put you right here. You've now become a solid block of choice. Let's put you right here. You are now a good solid block of choice, and I need a few more things. I wasn't quite prepared yet. Hold on. Hold on. Let's grab those. Let's grab those. Did I really have no? No. None. You're kidding me, right? No prismarine. Oh, come on. Right, fine. Fine. Grab this. We'll do something interesting here. We'll grab that. We grab the rails. We grab that. Did we grab a minecart? Did we grab a minecart? Yes, we did. Right. Up and a go. Up and a go. Up and a go. Up and a go. So you don't want to work that way, so we'll just pull you all the way across here. And we'll put this here as an indicator. Now let's grab our powered rails and go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then we got... Forgetting things. We don't have enough powered rails. Let's grab a few regular rails. A few regular rails. Back up. Back around. Land it here. Boom and boom. Boom and boom here. Does that go all the way? No, but we'll eventually get some rails to situate that out so that they're even. Now, let's come down here in the middle. Where's that middle block? There it is. Boom. That should power up all the rails. Everything should be in a permanent powered state. Now, if we just drop this down, get in here and just bounce back and forth. That's not how that was supposed to go. Right. Let's just not talk about that at this moment in time. Let's grab that. Okay. Oh, look, there's extra powered rail there. Look at that, people. That's wow. It was like wow. It was like that was supposed to be there or something. And look, there's an extra powered rail there. Well, let's just put that there and put that there. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if we try this. we literally just sweep back and forth. Yep, look at this. Just collecting experience. Watch our experience bar just move. And look, if a Trident killer breaks or something goes wrong, the worst that can happen is I die, and we can't crash the server. Why can we not crash the server? Because Guardians have a density check. There can only be so many of them at once in an area where they spawn. So I'm not pushing these into another dimension to cause an issue. There can literally be no more than 17. They're allowed 16 plus 1 because they're a cave cap. So, this is too funny. This is absolutely too funny. I absolutely love this. This is the derpiest thing I've ever done. Look, moving the experience causes its own issues. And then I have to rethrow tridents, and that gets annoying. This answers the question. And if it works and it's stupid, is it really stupid? So, back over here at base, I've cleared out pretty much all of our copper that we had in there because I really feel like I want to be doing stuff with copper as well. These are waxed. These are normal. I feel like we should take a few options with this. I've started boxing up, shulker boxing up all the copper that we've got right there. And I'm just curious what we got from the drowned farms at the moment. We've got a bit. Yeah, we have got quite a bit of this. We actually need to turn this into blocks. And we potentially could do a copper shop, but I have a distinct feeling that we are about to really use a lot of this. I think we're going to use a metric ton of this. So let's craft all this up into blocks. Then let's also get, what else did we come over here for? Ink. Oh dear God. Yeah, we've got plenty of ink. I think we got plenty of ink. I don't think that's an issue. So let's grab our ink. Let's grab our copper. And you know what? We might run another shulker box of glass through the system. I don't think we have much in the way of dyes, so that might be a bad plan. Blue glass would be nice. Where am I going to get blue glass? We don't have that much lapis. We don't have no dyes. We might need to do a dye farm, but that's for another day. Right, getting distracted. Let's grab the things we want. be honest with you, people. I will be 100% honest with you. I have no clue what I'm doing. And I'm loving every minute of it. I am loving every minute of it. I brought a bunch of ink over here. I brought some warped wood. I brought some copper. And I've just been experimenting. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I think I want to literally encase all of this. I want to encase all of this. We'll just have our bouncy back and forth spot here where we can come and collect levels. Look at this. Look at the experience. Look at the experience. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous the amount of experience you can get from this thing. Just absolutely crazy. Now, I am tempted to knock this back out. And it feels like I get just a little bit more experience if I hug in on these corners. So maybe instead of having the rail bounce like that, we have it kind of do an oval here. Well, it won't be a pure oval, but you get what I'm saying there. Instead of doing that, we'll have to get some more rails in order to do that. But we also need to deal with the bottom down here because we are getting a lot of mobs. A lot of mobs just hanging out and chilling down here. So I've went ahead and put down some sea lanterns down here. And this should start melting the glass out around here. And what we're going to do, not melting the glass. Wow, I really just said that. I said melting the glass, and that's totally not what I meant there. Not what I meant at all. It should start melting the ice around here. And once the ice is melted, we're going to start filling in the patterns. And we may just pattern out the whole top of where this monument is, or potentially just the area we're going to deal with. Now, these pillars coming up out of here, they kind of remind me of oil rig pillars. And I just said that, and I have absolutely nowhere to go with that. Literally, I'm just going to line these things in copper and prismarine just to try to make them look a little bit better. I don't have much more plans than that. Nope. No. So let's put a pattern on one of these and see what. Excuse me? Where did you? Goodbye. Good talk. Yeah, there's a lot of mobs here. Why don't we? Oh, there's a witch. There's a lot of mobs. There's a witch. Can we just sleep the night away, please? Yeah. Okay. And all the bad guys go. Bad guys go bye-bye. Now, that's not quite exactly what I had planned. But I'm not opposed to it neither. We've got some copper in here. We've got some dark prismarine. We've got some prismarine bricks. And we've got sea lanterns mixed into the mix. And it's good. I like it. The only problem is we're going to have to AFK. We literally just made the farm. And we made it for the purposes of getting sea lanterns. But we don't have, like, no prismarine from this thing yet. None. So we're going to come up here somewhere. How in the world can I? Excuse me. I just need to get in here, okay? I've made it so complicated that I can't even get into it at this point in time. We need to clear out our inventory. Let's also grab not a Riptide Trident on the brain because I'm thinking about it. A looting sword. Let's get a minecart set up and let's do some AFK. Let's do some AFKing. You know, after days of careful consideration, or, you know, how do I put this? Days of not playing Minecraft, I logged back on here and I was looking at all the shards and everything that we've collected from this farm and all the prismarine. And I'm like, that's great. That's beautiful. And then I got to looking at the template of what we were doing down here. And I'm just like, why am I wasting my copper over here? It makes no sense. And all the dark prismarine. I am literally only going to be coming here to repair my tools. That's it. I'm going to be coming here to repair my tools and or to grab sea lanterns. So all this fanciness can just go. I don't need it. I don't need it because we're not going to be basing over here. And I don't see the point of expending energy into things that I'm not going to use. It really feels pointless. So I'm going to use the farm, but I'm not going to use the surrounding area. So I don't really care what it looks like now that I really think about it. So let's get this out of here. Let's reclaim all that copper down there. And one other minor thing that we can do here, secure this room right here. This one's the important room. You know, this is the room we come over and we're like, ooh, pretty, ooh, shiny, ooh, XP, ooh, everything's fixed. And let's get a sorter in, because right now this is just bulk garbage storage. And that one's off, and that's off, and give me back my copper. Give me back my copper. Give me back all my copper. You can't keep my copper. This is my copper. This is my copper, not yours, and I want to keep it. Maybe the prismarine. Maybe. And that'll work. That will do the job right there. We now have sorters in place. We have one for the crystals. We have one for the shards. And right in the middle here, we have the ones for the guardian heads. Now, I am a little concerned that in the future, this may not be able to keep up, because we're piping both sides, all 4 modules, into eventually one hopper line. Now, of course, if we come up here and take a look right here, everything right now is fine. If we hold the looting sword, it does start to back up. So I think we may end up pulling the AFK account over here, having him rethrow all the tridents, and then AFK in this. I would like to get a prismarine shop set up. That being said, we have a few more minor things that we need to do over here before we head back up to base and get things set up over there. We've still got a couple double chests here, a few more there, and this is still just not... that's exactly what it is. It's ugly. It's ugly. So let's do a little bit more cosmetics around here. Let's close this area in. Let's also move our portal. Our portal is currently right over there. Let's move our portal. I'm thinking maybe right here. So when we come through the portal, we can either go down here to the drop room, or we can go upstairs to the AFK room and or the repair station. I like that. And all of this is just lots of junk. Let's get rid of all the junk and see if we can make this place look a little bit better. You know, sitting here back at base, we've dropped off all the shulker boxes now, and I've been trying to plan where I want to and how I want to build this prismarine shop. And there's a couple things that have come to my attention that I don't like. One, this iron farm over here just needs to go. It doesn't serve a point no more, and if we're ever going to do something with this area, it's completely in the way. And two, I was actually thinking of something coming out of the water here in this little lake bed, river, whatever you want to call it. What would be the technical term we would use for this down here? I'm not sure. You can let me know down in the comments. But as you can see here, I've started messing around with a little bit of the blue netherwort and using some cyan wool. Now, potentially, I would like to add in some concrete into the mix as well, but that means we're going to need some dyes. And I'm thinking with that, if we had the dyes to do this, we could potentially build like an island coming up out of this. Maybe not an island, maybe a little cliff face. I'm not sure on how it's going to go. I have something envisioned in my head, and then we could sell prismarine there. Or, you know, we could just dig all that out and build a mini ocean monument underneath the water there. Not sure on which way we're going to go with that, but the one thing that I do know for a fact is that now that we've got that hostile mob farm up there and able to get bones and everything else, we need to build a dye farm because we now have unlimited bone meal. And I'm thinking that we're just going to pick one of these modules over here, potentially the one right beside this one, and just get us a flower farm set up. And this looks hideous. This looks hideous. Why is this just a netherrack ugliness and a basalt farm? I mean, I know it's... Oh my goodness, where'd all the minecarts go? Good talk, game. Good talk. If it isn't one thing, it's another thing. If it isn't one thing, it's another thing. So, yeah, we need to get a dye farm in and, you know what, potentially move this. Not sure where we would move it to at this point. I am really annoyed at that. I am really annoyed. I know that minecarts despawn on chunk borders, okay, but this is a chunk aligned base. There is no chunk border going in there unless there's a sub chunk. There better not be a sub chunk. If there's a sub chunk, me and this game are gonna have serious issues. No, look, the sub chunk border is like literally blocks up ahead. So no, that's not it at all. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's supposed to be on chunk borders, not just setting minecarts. Anyways, let's get a dye farm in and then see if we can change this up a little bit too. You know, sometimes we make plans. Sometimes we make plans and sometimes we succeed with our plans, and then sometimes we get sidetracked and completely go squirrel-brained. And I've gotten sidetracked. As you can see here, The storage room has changed a little bit. I don't know why, but when I came down inside of here, I decided that this needed to change. Now, of course, I've done a little bit of work here with some copper and some sea lanterns and the warped wood, and I absolutely love where this part here is going. Now, of course, all this here, this copper here will eventually change over to oxidized copper in time. But I'm loving the feel of all of this. Now, I've had to stop here because I'm torn on whether or not I like where everything is in its current state. Because I do like the wool. I do like the wool over here. I love the yellow line, which I feel we're going to keep that in. But over here, we're a little bit heavy on the quartz, and I like it. I do like it, but I don't know if I like it enough that I want to do the whole room in it. And we've kind of got this really green vibe going with this whole build, especially with the slime and all the copper and mixing in a few blocks of dark prismarine. I like it. I love adding the warped wood in here, and I think we could potentially even use some concrete, which, you know, goes back to us having the dye farm, which was what we were supposed to do. And I've absolutely got none of that done. None of that done. And I have completely run out of time for today's episode. So I think that right there is where we're going to have to call this one an episode. But I am curious on your feedback with this copper center mass in our storage room. I do love this dip down in the floor. I think this has to absolutely stay. I don't think there's no way to get rid of that. But I'm not sure on the block pallets to go with this. I thought the deep slate tiles would work, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. But I'll tell you this, when we hit the RTX button there, oh my God, that's just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. And the sea lanterns with the warped wood trap doors, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But that right there is where we're going to go ahead and call this one an episode. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure to drop a like down below. If you would like to see more, please consider subscribing. But on that note, that's where we're going to call it, and I'll catch all of you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. I really like how that's turning out. Just not sure on what blocks to go with it. We'll figure it out.